The Jazz-Laker game last night, hardly a showdown of Western Conference powers. Right now, the Lakers don't look like a contender. And the Jazz continued their three-point barrage. They blew out the Lakers. And the Lakers are shorthanded. You don't have the offensive firepower. You don't have the defensive presence without Anthony Davis. But, the question is always, here we are in February, does this mean anything? What will the Jazz learn that will help them in May or June? They got a complete roster. I mean, they blew out the Lakers. Donovan Mitchell had an off night. Mike Conley stepped up. Bogdanovich, key bench players, Jordan Clarkson, Rudy Gobert, an all-star. You might not find too many holes in this Jazz lineup. And you know what I love about the Jazz when you watch them? Now, I know you're going to go, boy, they're not very exciting. And this is not tune-in factor. Trust me, when I say this, you're not going to go, well, I got to go out of my way to watch the Utah Jazz now. They are as economical as any player in the NBA, any team in the NBA. They pass. They dribble less than any other team. Now, I know what you're saying. They pass quicker, more often than any other team in the NBA.
Don't do this.
And I don't want to say, boy, you got to go watch them. If you love basketball and you don't want to see somebody just pound the rock, watch the Utah Jazz. Now, this is similar to what Golden State did a couple of years ago with Klay Thompson. That doesn't mean they have Klay Thompson and Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. But I know what they're doing, how they're doing it. I don't know if it's sustainable when it gets to the postseason, but I don't have many questions with the Utah Jazz right now. I don't have any answers with the Lakers right now. And it's just the regular season, and it's no need to panic. But it's the Lakers, therefore it's clickbait, therefore people will say it's time to panic with the Lakers. This stretch isn't pretty for the defending champs, but let's see when everybody gets healthy. The season hinges on Anthony Davis. As great as LeBron can be, if Anthony Davis is not 100% or near that, they're not winning the championship. It's plain and simple. Because I keep waiting for the role players to step up. Because we all talked about, including yours truly, hey, they got depth. They're better than they were the previous year. If they don't have Anthony Davis, it doesn't matter. Because you've seen these players, and there's a ceiling to just how good they are. And LeBron is going to try to do too much. Here is LeBron after the loss to the Jazz.
Well, obviously, we all got to do a better job of, in our own individual self, and that will carry on to the team, and and pick up in AD's and Dennis, absence. We just hit a rough patch, and it happens throughout the course of a season. You don't want it to happen, but when it does, I think it defines character. It challenges you, and you just get ready for the bounce back. So you learn from tonight, learn from the previous games, and then get ready for the next one.
That's LeBron voice after a loss right there. And not much excitement in there. And you watch, and they're just not a good team. And if Anthony Davis comes back, when he comes back, if he's healthy, and this is where I would err to the side of caution if I'm the Lakers. You say a month. If it's 6 weeks, it's 6 weeks. I just want him healthy once they get to the postseason. But if you're not going to be healthy in May, it doesn't matter. You're not winning the championship there. And look, Utah's a good team. Denver's a good team. Clippers can be a good team. There is competition out west. And it's not one of those where the Lakers can go through the motions and be able to win another championship. It's just not going to happen. But watching last night should be more about the Utah Jazz. It won't be. It'll be about the Lakers and the questions that we have and time to panic. Those will be the headlines. Nobody's going to say, you know what? Utah Jazz are pretty good. Because they are. It's a good team. Can it be a great team? Can it be a 7-game series great team? That'll be the key. Yeah, Paul.
Your Jazz last night, they play at the house that Jello built. They were 46% from three as a team, 22 of 48. They had 28 assists as a team and only 12 turnovers.
Yeah.
That's pretty nutty ratio.
I like what they do. It's not exciting basketball. It's not high flying. It's none of that. But it is, you know what your role is, and you take care of that role. And a lot of times as a coach, that's what you want. It's players who try to think there's something that they're not. That's where you get in trouble. Watching last night, and look, that's not necessarily, a large sample size with this team, but it's probably the first time people have watched the Utah Jazz on national TV. By the way, great uniforms by the Utah Jazz last night. I liked it. I liked it a lot.